The year is 1969. Woodstock. The trees start talking. You listen. You awaken. You must ditch society. You did it. Living the dream. You, a yurt, a cat, nature, harmony. You grow berry bushes. Lots of them. The cat, vibing. The sparrows, also vibing. Too much. More and more chirps. Less and less berries. Yurt gets a free paint job. Your cat is lazy, just like you at Woodstock. The sparrows are winning. So you go to the hardware store. They've got just the thing. The new self-cleaning bird trap. Let's unpack and see how it works. In a nutshell, the bird gets trapped, the cat gets dinner, and you get your berries back. But the beauty lies in its detail. A bird lands on what seems like a perfectly innocent branch. The curious sparrow enters a hole and boom, pivot trap. The bird goes down. Once trapped, the confused sparrow spots daylight streaming through a glass window ahead. Thinking it's found freedom, it darts towards the exit, only to slam into the glass. By now, the balanced perch has swung back to its horizontal position, sealing off any escape trap. The bird panics, flutters around a bit, but eventually it tires out, and there's only one way left to go, down the shaft. At the end of the shaft, there's a tiny cage. And let's just quote the inventor for what happens afterwards. The bird is anxious to escape and sticks its head through the 1-inch wire mesh, but is aided by the cat, who quickly pulls the bird out of the cage with his paw and is rewarded with a fresh bird dinner. And the 1-inch mesh is probably the most catastrophic aspect. The cat basically has to play shape sorter with bird parts. Let's talk about the man behind the idea for a second. In 1979, Leo Oelker patented this bird trap. Leo was quite a character. I love his choice of words, and he has such a deep understanding for bird psychology. It seems like he's a sparrow hater and a sparrow whisperer at the same time. And he also roasts the sparrow with such elegance. He wrote, "Heretofore, the ordinary sparrow has greatly proliferated, thereby taking place of more popular birds such as the canary, bluebird, wren, swallow, and other birds that are appealing to the eye and enjoyable to listen to." Sometimes he also has such a dark, cheerful tone that sounds like a 1950s Tupperware infomercial. He wrote, "The subject bird trap successfully traps sparrows to the delight of the owner of the invention and to the enjoyment of the cats who dine on birds." But credit where credit is due, his bird trap is actually quite ingenious. Here's why. First of all, it self-resets. Unlike mouse traps, there's no springs to wind, no manual labor. Every time a bird enters and slides down, the system is ready to gobble up the next one. It also means there's infinite cat food for the entire neighborhood. The patent proudly states it continuously traps sparrows and supplies a cat and neighborhood cats with a supply of sparrows. So it's literally two birds with one stone. And allegedly it's self-cleaning. To quote, "The cat feeder by its design is self-cleaning since the cat quickly learns to remove the sparrow from the cage." And yeah, I have some doubts on this one. Self-cleaning is doing a lot of heavy lifting here. Let's just say your cat will celebrate with lots of biological confetti. The trap was also meant to combat the sparrow problem. Now, as a European, I didn't get the hatred for cute sparrows, but then I fell into the rabbit hole. Turns out they're invasive in the US, and in the 1870s, they debated heavily over the sparrow, leading to the so-called Great Sparrow War. And by the 1940s, sparrows outnumbered Americans in population. Leo also claimed there's no bycatch. He assured us that the trap only catches sparrows. It releases, quote, "smaller songbirds, wrens, swallows, or the like." How would that work? No idea. He gives zero details. So I'm calling BS for now and scratching that one off the list. The trap also works in synergy with another patent. So if you want to see the sparrow's last supper before he himself becomes the supper, you can actually build this patented bird-watching helmet. It creates a final illusion of coexisting in harmony before the eventual betrayal. That patent actually expired in 2011, But funnily enough, in 2022, the Hum Viewer, a device to watch hummingbirds, was pitched on Shark Tank. So maybe one day the stars align and we'll get cubes to fund our war on sparrows.